You know K4 shot that shit.
What's good, y'all? It's Lacelocks. I'm Javante.
I'm Devin.
I'm Dr. DeJuan Courier Stevens.
I'm Dr. Devontae Johnson.
And we're here today to introduce our collab with Eastside Dental and Lacelocks. Alright, so going into it, you straight dove in with the design. This for the Eastside T was more so paying homage to our side of town where we grew up on, like who we do it for. And then, more of a statement T with a higher standard, speaking to the standards within our business. And then we also have like a more streetwear design too, which would be the secondary design we have right here.
Yeah, paying homage to the dental practice itself, so we wanted to have the design more have a floss type effect, and we replaced the P with the floss pick. So just playing on words and timeline of the collaboration for real.
So we wanted to dive in with just speaking on standards within our business. When we say that higher standard on the back of the shirt, like I feel like it's more of like a statement piece of making a statement. And I feel like with both of our businesses, one of the reasons why we thrive is because of the standards we set for ourselves. So like kind of expand on that with like the standards within y'all business.
No, 100%. I think that within the dental space, it's healthcare, right? So we have to already operate at a standard already. And I think that the difference what we do currently is that we meet the people where their standards are, right? So a lot of people are not available to go to the dentist during the regular business hours. So we changed the standard of what that looks like and elevated that standard, and we made our hours being open nights and weekends. So we're open till 7 to 8 p.m. during the weekday, and we're open Saturdays and Sundays. And I feel like just that standard, we've been able to we've been working towards revolutionizing dental care. And I feel like that moving forward, there'll be a lot more changes and more people kind of adopting a similar model that is more patient friendly and more working class friendly.
For sure. And to piggyback off of that, I feel like, just from day one, the standards within our business, as far as like even just replying to customers in a timely manner, making sure we get orders out. Even to this day, we still get like people like, yo, what's up with my order? Just cause they're worried about like if their order's even gonna ship. So just having that standard within our business from day one, like let's get these people, let's take care of the people first and foremost. And, that's one of our main standards. And then just, making sure we're providing the best quality we can and making sure we're putting the best product out that we possibly can for sure.
Absolutely. Our biggest thing is just making sure that we are taking care of those who are putting their trust in us, making sure we're thinking about them, and then doing things before they're being asked. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that was a great point for sure.
Absolutely.
With us carrying those standards within our business and people actually being able to walk up and talk to us, I feel like that's one of the reasons why both of our business gonna continue to thrive. This is being approachable, being just amongst the people. Like people see us out, but then they also see us within our business, handling our business. Like people reach out to us and they think we have like this machine behind us, and really it's just you talking to either me or you talking to them. Right. It's not a corporation. People like, yeah, I talked to the team or I talked to somebody like, yeah, more than likely it was one of us we talked to and we made sure it got handled. But like people don't really realize that just because of how we handle it within our business. Like they don't realize they're not just talking to me or him. They feel like they're really talking to a machine. And even just coming in here, like y'all boys really building it up to y'all really are building a machine in here. So they might not be talking to one of y'all too, but just, just talking how we really just raising that standard, even within how y'all plan to keep raising y'all standards even higher with, where y'all plan to take us for the future.
Most definitely. I think, when I think about just scaling the business, I think everybody think about growing a business to a certain level. The biggest thing is not necessarily about getting more customers. It's about the customers that come in, not allowing them to leave, right? So again, that's hospitality. That's the standard. People feeling appreciated. And I think both of us do a really good job of like making sure those customers feel appreciated. Once they have patronized our businesses, we find ways to give back to them. We find ways to continue to, pour into them with, all type of different, content, resources, whatever it is. So, I think that's going to make all of us thrive.
Sure. When we first started, a lot of our sales were people that we knew or people that knew somebody that we knew. And now our community has really grown. So now we're moving things across the country now. And so kind of speak to the point almost about you all, like when you all started this space, a lot of people, was it like friends and family coming through first and then word of mouth started to bring more people in, or how did you all begin to really grow it?
It was really a mixture of both, honestly. We're grateful that we have been out in the community with social media and things being out. Yeah. People are able to see, our growth, and our trajectory upwards. And then also, just understanding that we came out the gate doing something completely different.
Yeah.
Most dental officers, you're kind of conditioned okay, I'm going to work 4 days a week and be off on Fridays and off. You know, but we're always saying, okay, we want to meet people where they are. We also really want to help. Have to check this up in the mirror. If I say I want to help somebody, when is going to be the most convenient time for that person to receive the help? Not when they're working, just like most people work 8 to 5. But let's be open on the evenings. Let's be open on weekends. So people can save their PTO. People can come see us when it's convenient for them. So we can try to make them aware of what's going on inside of their oral cavity to eventually build that trust and that rapport. And then so far the community has been behind us ever since. We're going to continue to try to make sure we build on top of that.
Yeah, man, that's fire. That's fire for sure.
We talk about a higher standard. We can both kind of speak towards like what type of, you know, investments we done made into getting to that higher standard, right? So, you know what I mean? That comes from like losses people done probably took trying to figure it out. Because I think that's half of the battle too of like the pursuit of the higher standard, the pursuit of excellence, the type of sacrifice or the type of like commitment you have to get to this certain point. So y'all kind of speak on like getting to this point where Lacelocks is this machine now, right? Where, you know what I'm saying, I got the DTG printers, I got the on-site stuff, you know what I'm saying? I done went through different suppliers, like kind of speak to that, the journey to getting to this point where y'all got a solid system.
Yeah, I think it's mostly time for real. Time and, like you said, taking losses, learning, applying what you learn. I think that's most important is actually learning, but then applying what you actually learn. And then like systems, like you talk about a lot, like systems, we got a lot of systems set up to where it's on the back end. There's a lot of stuff that's automated to where we don't even touch it or like we might tweak it, but it's like, it's just good to go. But like, it's just from time for real. One of the biggest investments we made was, getting mentorship. We invested in mentorship last year, which was at a super high number, which was kind of alarmed us at first, but then we just bit the bullet and did it, and it really did a 360 within our business though. So it was more than worth it. Huge investment, but I mean, it made all the difference in the world to where it's like our trajectory is super different right now. And just, on top of the stuff we already had learned that we had in our tool belt, and then just, applying what they taught us as well. And now it's like, it's a whole different beast out here for real now. So we could take it to that even next level for real.
Yeah. What would you feel like all in? What would you feel like y'all have invested into the, like getting the brand to where it is, like from a dollar amount? Yeah.
I can't even say.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
To be honest.
I think more important than the dollar amount is just the time that you went or the sacrifice that you made when you can't do this and you so locked in, or like, your family don't understand what you doing. You so locked in and you just like, yeah, I'm so locked in. Like I can't even.
They don't really see it.
Get outside of my head sometimes. Like, I'm so locked in on what I'm doing, or I gotta go do this, or I have to go do this and be present for real. So like, I think more than the dollar amount is the time that you sacrificing and your mental capacity that you sacrificing, and then just having that end goal in mind, just knowing you're gonna reach it if you stay in that pocket.
For sure. Reaching the level you're trying to go to.
And then one more thing, I feel like, I'm sure you all can attest to it as well. I know me and Vontae can, at least in the dental industry. You know, a lot of times people talk about unwritten rules. I know for us, we say the unwritten rule is that there is no rules. And I'm sure a lot of things you all have encountered, you know, from peer reviews or looking up other businesses. They may say, okay, we should do it this way, A to Z, versus sometimes you may go A, Z, to Y, to get to that end goal.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure all the viewers understand that there are no rules, especially when you're trying to be successful.
Right.
But you got to figure it out.
There are no rules. That was a great point. I see like people try to teach like courses and stuff now, but I'm like, the things they teach it might not apply to you. You still have to have your own brain and your own idea of what you're trying to do. Cause like, it's not one size fit all in any business for real. Like you have to have your own touch and spin on, like somebody, I can give another person all the game we have, but it still might not work for you because you got to apply what works for you. And I think that's what's within you, being yourself, putting yourself within that business, piece of yourself within that business. And it's something that nobody else can have.
Yeah, 100%. I think, and a lot of those same principles just transferable amongst everything. I think in the healthcare space, people think that it's different, but it's exactly what you explained, right? And I think we're kind of breaking down barriers by our approach, but people like watching our campaign very closely. You know what I mean? Because it's so unorthodox, and we have to be transparent about like numbers or anything like that. But if they were to assume, they would be like, it got to be going on over here. So I think it's just like, yeah, they're doing it so differently than we've ever seen before, but it's all those same principles. And I think that's one thing I'm grateful for. It's just, just being a student of the game in general, right? So like being a student of watching how culture moves, streetwear, fashion, a lot of these principles are transferable. It just hasn't been transferred in the healthcare space. So a lot of people don't really take that same type of guerrilla marketing approach, even thinking about like investing into like marketing and things like that. Like we came into the game and we already had a conversation about how we was going, like we was dropping our nuts when it came to this marketing. Like we was going to spend that money, you know what I'm saying? Because we realized like once we built out a product, once we got a good offer, right? We knew we had a great offer, being open nights and weekends and having our free cleanings. It came down to like, how do we get this in front of as many people as possible? And you got to spend the money, you know what I'm saying? So like, understand the Facebook ads, like that streetwear stuff too, where people like, they don't understand what's going on the meta side, things like that. Like, doctors don't even touch that stuff. They just hire an outsourced company, but you know what I mean? We hands on with all that. We talk to all those people and we done built the back end funnels ourselves because we understand the importance of that, right? So yeah, I think we're both kind of running parallel when it comes to like having to use certain resources to kind of scale our businesses.
Yeah, I think that's important too. Like you said, being hands on and understanding that stuff. Cause like you said, a lot of people just gonna outsource it. But when you understand it, you could kind of control how you pull the lever though, cause like once you understand it, you can really just pull the lever all the way down and you just break the roof off. Like, you gotta understand it, cause the other person is doing it for you. They gonna kind of pay. They gonna keep you at a pace for real, cause they want to keep getting paid too. But like, if you got them out of the way, and you really understand what you're doing. I say you can really just break the knob, and then there's really no turning back.
100%.
So I think that's a great point to really understand what you're doing and not just put certain things off, especially things like that, like marketing and things that you can do yourself. It's really not that hard once you really look into it. It's kind of intimidating from afar, but once you really get into it, you're like, oh, it's really not that difficult to understand. So at least understand it so you can see what somebody else is doing, and then, like I said, if you get the helm, you can kind of just break the knob on it and just take it up through there.
Sure. Moments like this, I might put on our personal pages and like share with y'all, cause it's like, it is the business, but like this is like very direct from what we got, our perspective, you know what I'm saying? I think like a lot of people want to buy into like what y'all done built, you know what I'm saying? They want to really hear from like, damn, from the founder of like, okay, yeah, this is the entity, you know what I'm saying? This bigger than what you probably even know, but like, this is how I think about, you know, specifics. Yeah. So like, that's what we've been kind of looking at too recently. It's like, some of our conversations that we having, it's just like recording and kind of, it's just a shared thing that we doing. Yeah. Because they already know, like, when they see y'all too, they already know Lacelocks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already synonymous with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, that's one thing we've been working on too, of like, some of our other videos we done did, we just sharing on our personal accounts. Just to like get people to hear that perspective opposed to the business. That's just the
person besides instead of like the business person.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, y'all got some good, especially with this video, this one right here, the actual shots is hard.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a layup.
It's everything, like really covering all bases,
bro. And then going into the fall, it's like perfect. Drop right now. Then probably go like with crew.
Yeah, crew that transition.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Transition.
And accessories too. So
accessories,
everything.
Yeah, man. I'm cool with it, bro. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
That's all.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Pushing the line.
Solid.